Hello. Welcome to Chilli Penguin. I am Ndu, aka that's my name. Ndu. I don't know why I just said it like that. Anyway, that's my name. And do you?
I'm Limo. Spelled like the car, but not. I'm not a car. Just that's just how my name is spelled.
I'm not a cat.
Yeah,
Have you seen that video where the guy is on Zoom and is like, I'm not a cat. I promise I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
Just
Dude,
reminded me of that.
was that guy high or something? Because he felt like. Anyways, yeah. Uh,
It was hilarious.
yeah, it
Anyway,
was hilarious.
this is Chilli Penguin, a podcast where we talk about our favorite films. And today, we're going to be looking at Manchester by the Sea.
Sorry, before we get into that, why chili penguins?
It's the best of both worlds. Penguins are the cutest of the sea, and peppers are the hottest of the land.
I was wondering where you were going with that, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
It worked. It worked with my favorite at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, you were saying we're doing Manchester by the Sea. Tell us about it.
Manchester by the Sea. Yes, Manchester by the Sea came out in 2016. It was written and directed by Mr. Kenneth Lonergan, and it stars Casey Affleck, Michelle Williams, and Kyle Chandler.
Yeah, very interesting film. So it's like a psychological drama. I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis before we get into it. So
Yeah.
it's about a depressed uncle who is asked to take care of a teenage nephew after the boy's father dies. Yeah, getting into the feels with this one. Getting into the feels
Devastating.
just a little bit, just touching on the feels.
Just a little bit. This man
Bro,
here.
bro, I'm not gonna lie. Manly tears.
Those
That's how I'm gonna
tears.
describe this. Manly tears right here.
Okay, we have to do. You already done it, but one phrase to describe the film. You're gonna go with manly tears.
I'm going with manly tears, honestly. Man,
I'm-
that's my phrase.
I'm going with. I'm gonna go with. Devastatingly beautiful. And the weird thing, my experience with the film is when it came out, I remember I was doing first year in varsity. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna watch it. For some reason I forgot to watch it. And
Bitch, watch-
my roommate watched it.
Okay.
And then he was like, bro, I can't believe I didn't watch this movie when you told me about it. It's very sad. And I'm like, what movie is that? It was like Manchester by the Sea. And I'm like, oh shit, I haven't watched that film. And he was like, nigga, you told me to watch it. And I was like, I know. Hell, give me a second. Give me. And then I went.
Did you watch it?
I mean, this year.
Bro, that was 20. This man. That
Yes,
was in
that was-
2016.
6 years ago.
You lied to the man.
Oh my god, it's been 8 years. Anyway, yes. So when I watched it, I went back to him and I was like, yes, it is a very depressing film, but in a beautiful way.
Yeah. No, honestly, it is very beautiful. But yeah, we're gonna. Bro, this film, I'm not gonna lie, it did something to me. I didn't appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie. I did not appreciate it.
I didn't like what you did to me, movie.
But I was like, you know what? I was telling someone that I watched it, I experienced the beauty of it, but I don't think
Yeah.
I experienced it in the way that I would have wanted to experience it.
What does that mean?
And I couldn't watch it in one go.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's such a it's a tragic film and a beautiful film at that. But it's not like, because let's say, I'm gonna take an example. Like, we all know, 21 Years a Slave, right?
Yes.
From the title, from the jump, you know exactly what you're getting into. Like, you know
yes.
exactly what type of film this is, right?
Yeah.
So you're mentally prepared, you're ready, and you're gonna go in there knowing this is the film that I'm watching. Because you told me to watch this film. So for the listeners, each week we both decide what film we're watching. Either one of us decides the film.
Yeah.
So this one was your film. And
Yes.
you told me not to watch the trailer, not to look
Specifically.
up anything. You said don't look up anything about this film. So I'm going in there wide open. My guy, I had one of the best days of my life when I was watching this film. I was happy. Bro, I was happy. Like, I'm out here, like, dancing. There's this one Japanese lady that He does R&B, like old classic R&B. I'm jamming out to her songs. What's her name?
Damn.
I'm gonna share for people who are interested. This lady's name is Double. Don't ask me why she named herself Double, but anyways,
Just
her name-
double.
just Double in all caps. Just Double in all caps. I wish you could play some of the songs, but there's one track she made in 2002 called "Strange Things." Bro, it's like classic R&B. I'm busy jamming out to classic R&B, getting the film ready. It's a bit cold here, so I got my jacket. I got some snacks. I put it on, and immediately I'm like, okay, something is different here,
Nah, yes it is.
bruh. And we'll speak about it now, but like when I got to this one point in the film, I had to pause. I'm like, nah,
Really?
not on God's Monday.
Not on my happy day.
Not on my happy, bro. And you know how shitty Mondays are. And
You watched it on a Monday?
bro. I was happy on that Monday. I finished it on Tuesday. I started on a Monday and I finished on Tuesday.
You had oh my god.
Bro, Mondays are never happy, but I had a good ass Monday. I was happy, and I was like, nah, not on God's Monday, bro. Not on God's Monday. I had to take a break, and when we get there, I'll tell you that. Wait, actually, before I tell, do you know? Take a guess on like what's the place where I stopped.
I'm gonna guess it's on. Bro, I love. Okay, we're gonna get to that, but I'm gonna guess the scene of the fire. Is it before that? No, it can't be before that. So it has to be when he sees the fire.
Yeah. Yes.
Lee Chandler. When Lee Chandler sees the
Bro.
fire.
Bro. When that man saw the fire. Because in my head, I'm like, at this point, I'm in this guy's mind.
Yes.
And I see the fire, and I'm like, okay, crap, no. And we keep, like, it slowly gets into it. It doesn't show you the reveal all at once. It takes you there,
Bruh.
step by step. And, like, each step, bro, I'm like, no. And then I see, like, the scene. I see everybody. I see the wife. And I'm like, where are they? You don't see them, bruh. Bro, that moment killed me. I was like, nah. I'm not doing this right now. Mm-mm.
And the messed up part is that when the film starts, you can see that this guy is clearly going through something, right? You can see that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the movie is not like, hey, look at this guy. It's just like, hey,
bro.
If you see it, you see it. If you don't,
if you see it, you don't,
we'll show you.
Yeah. But like, let's talk about the narrative. Let's just, because I feel like we're jumping into like the meat and potatoes too early.
Yes. Let's we gotta hit the starters first. We gotta hit the ribs.
The ribs?
We're gonna hit the ribs 2 minutes in. No.
Oh, I thought you said you want to hit the ribs first. I'm like, bro, come on. You gotta eat healthy now.
Gotta hit them samosas. Let's give the viewers the samosas of the film.
Okay, so you are the one that suggested this film. So like, kick us off. Let's talk about like the plot a little bit.
So the plot is relatively simple. That's what I like about dramatic films. They do not have complicated plot. It tells the story of Lee Chandler, who became severely depressed after the death of his 3 beautiful kids and divorced his wife. And so the movie starts on the days after the death of his brother, where he has to go back home to take care of his brother's kid, Patrick, who's played beautifully by Lucas Hedges. So when he gets home, that's when all these memories start to unfold, and we see how his life ended up, and we see where he is currently. And we get to witness the tragic past that this man experienced.
Yeah, but would I be wrong in saying that the narrative of this film is very character-driven?
No, you will not.
Because I feel like, and I think that's also what I like about this film, because it's very character-driven. Like, obviously there's a general plot, but we are looking at it from this character's point of view, and we're experiencing it as he experiences it, which is also what I both love and hate. Because, bro, I'm gonna take you to the beginning, like the beginning of this thing, we see the man and he's working as a janitor. Like I think he starts off like clearing snow outside his place. And then we see like just different clips of him like helping out in different people's apartments. He's like a handyman basically.
He's a handyman. Yeah. He's not a plumber, because at some point he was like, you gotta hire a professional because I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, like he's like, I suggest it's like the best case scenario, but like I suggest you hire a professional. But bro, the way he interacts with these people, I'm like, something's up with this dude.
Yes.
Like something is up with this dude, bro.
There's, we might be jumping ahead, but in the scene where the wife apologizes and he's like,
no, we can't talk about that right now. We can't talk about that right now, bro.
What I do want to say is, when he says there's nothing, you can see that in the beginning. There's nothing. He doesn't care. Like, even when that lady is mad at him, he genuinely doesn't care. When his manager is like, you have to talk nicely to people, he's like, he doesn't care, bro. Like, so
I think that's why. Yeah. When I that's why I was happy. But then when I first started like turning this film on, and I saw how empty this dude was, I knew immediately, like, nah, my happy day is about to go down the hill right now. Because bro, you see it in this dude's eyes. Like, this man is empty inside. He's dead.
It's the eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Bro, and like, there's one scene where like they frame him in the center, in the beginning too, and he's just busy, just like shoveling, and like, and there's another scene where, because like they go in quick succession, they don't stay long, and I think he was helping some old dude at some point. I don't know what it was, but then there was a point where he was helping this one lady, and then he overheard this lady on the phone saying he's attracted to his plumber. Yes.
Is that weird that I'm attracted? Yeah.
And like, conventionally speaking, he's an attractive-looking white dude, right?
He's a good-looking fella.
So
I can see it.
At this point, I've got no idea what this film's about. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe it's one of those films where like plumber dude falls in love with this lady and it becomes like this romantic thing.
That's what you thought he was gonna go?
I had no idea, because in my head, this is what I'm thinking. Okay, she's like, I've got a crush. I'm like, oh, maybe he's got some past that he's trying to run away from, but then this lady's gonna help him like open up, and then reveal all those traumas, and then like, we're gonna get deep into that. That's where my head is going. Boy, was I wrong.
Yes, you were
Boy,
incorrect.
was I wrong.
You were incorrect.
But like, okay, because even then, like when she's like, can I offer you a tip? This is the line that got me. She's like, can I offer you a tip? And then he's like in life or something. I'm like
in life? Yeah.
What do you mean in life? Like, he's giving you a life like tip, like, hey, if you want to be successful, rather do this or something.
Remember, confidence is key. Dude is like, give me a tip.
Like, what? Oh, money? Oh, okay. Like, bro, he didn't even go to that like as his first thing.
Bruh. But that's very interesting. I didn't actually realize that, because he's constantly, clearly thinking about his life.
Yeah.
Like, but not in a positive, I gotta get my life together way. More in a, I don't have a life. This is just me just working on autopilot, living, waking up, and every day. Yeah. So when she said, "Can I give you a tip?" to him, it's like, I hope this lady's not gonna try to change my life, because I'm fine with this.
I don't know if this was before or after, but like when the film started, was it not of them in the sea, right? When he was still a bit younger, living with his brother, like interacting with the nephew.
Yes, that's the opening scene.
That's the opening scene, yes. Because when I first started that scene, right, I'm like, okay, like what's going on here? And what I liked about that is that it also introduced us to how they speak as a family. Yeah, because man was like, was he like not shut up to like a little kid? I'm like, wait, what? But it was cool. They were cool with it.
Yeah, we're like guys from Boston, Hey, ma!
Because that for me is like, okay, cool. This is how they speak. This is like, okay, cool. So this comes in the reason why I mentioned this is because later on in the film, a lot of people like look at him weirdly, like based on how he speaks. But like what I like about it is that early on, we're introduced to this is how they interact when they're at home. And this character does not put up a facade when he's with other people.
No, he does not.
He's just, this is him.
Also, the beautiful thing is, with the opening scene, one of the highlights of good writing. The opening scene pretty much shows us the important characters in the film.
Yeah.
We have Lee Chandler, we have the nephew, Patrick, and we have, what's his brother's name? Kyle?
No, that doesn't sound right.
Joe Chandler.
Joe, yeah. Like, who the hell is Kyle?
And the dialogue in the thing actually says, he's asking Patrick, who would you pick between me and my dad?
Yeah.
And Patrick says, I'm gonna pick his dad.
Go with the dad. And he keeps like, he's like, I think it's like a very cool uncle and like nephew moment, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that I was a bit curious about, because in that scene we only see Joe, the brother, like in front. We don't really see much of him, which is actually very good, like foreshadowing, because he's actually
he's
like
at the back.
He's at the back. He's in shade. You don't really actually see him as a character. We just know he's there.
And it's these two who are having a quote-unquote relationship.
Yes.
While Joe was just chilling at the back.
That's actually very good writing.
Yeah. And as you're saying, the composition here is, it's not just arbitrary, like, oh no, they're just in a boat. It's actually communicating something that these two will have to have a relationship. And what's also almost poetic or ironic is that when Patrick was young, he wants, to be with him. Yeah. But then when Joe passes away, now he's like, I don't wanna take care of this kid. Is that what I'm
right? Yeah. But also, like, I understand why, bro. Yeah. I understand why. Not in a bad way. You guys will find out. You'll find out.
And you're like, bruh, it's your brother's kid. Because when we don't know, we're like, bruh, it's your brother's kid. What do you mean?
Yeah. Like, imagine me telling you, you've got a brother, your brother passed away, now you have to take care of the kid and you don't want to do it. Like, how messed up is that?
Bruh.
But, like, when you understand why, though, bro.
It breaks thy heart.
Yeah. But, like, I want to go back to those beginning scenes when he's, like, in a handyman. I like how he's framed, because he's always somewhat in the center. And I think there's one scene where the lady's like talking on his phone or something, and he's like in the background, in the center,
yes,
like, just fixing whatever, just doing handyman stuff. And we cut to him like shoveling the snow out of like where he lives, and then it would cut back to him like, it just shows us how simple and mundane his life is right now, throwing away trash, all that stuff. And then we get to that lady, bro. Like, what the hell was that lady's problem?
The one with like, you want me to take a shower now? I thought at first I thought she was like low-key flirting. I didn't get it. Like, she's actually mad. But why is she exposing?
I think here's the part of me, I think she was. And I could be wrong. Wrong, right? Because when that scene started, right, she's asking for like advice and trying to find out where the leak is, and he's like, well, the leak has to be from you, because if it was from upstairs, you'd see water in the ceiling and the walls, right?
Yes.
But because you don't see that, then chances are the leak is from you, but we can test it out. And he's like, how do you test it out? It's like, well, you just run the shower. He didn't say get in the shower.
Bruh. My man said, just run the shower and we will see.
Yeah. Bro, where the hell does she come off thinking, do you want me to get in the shower? When did he say that? She's in like a night dress, and bro is being respectful. But look at the framing though of the scene, because he's like, "Do you want me to take a shower?" He's like, "No," and then she keeps going, and in this face right here, do you see the confusion in this man's face,
bruh? The man is
she's like, "Do you want me to see me take a shower?" He's like, "No, bro." When
in his mind, he's probably like, what is wrong with this lady?
Exactly. Like, what the hell is wrong with this lady? And then his response for me is like the best one ever. He's like, I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm just trying to fix the leak. and she goes 0 to 100, bro. And this is where like
He genuinely doesn't care though.
that's the thing. You can see it, and like he just doesn't care. It's not like he's just saying that. And I think the way she flips out, and she's like, "How dare you speak to me this way?" And I also think it's part of like, maybe classism, probably because like he's a janitor or like the handyman. He shouldn't be like speaking to her in this manner. Whereas bro was just trying to do his job.
Genuinely
Like,
trying to fix your shower, man.
yeah. And then we get to the scene right here, what you were talking about.
Bruh! Love this frame.
Like you can see it in his face, like, bro.
But also
I'm just
look.
doing my job.
Sorry. My legs. Gonna have to edit that scream. You have to edit that scream out.
Now I'm gonna keep that in.
Oh my god! Don't keep it in.
Okay, what's happening?
Anyway, the composition, bruh. It's like
Bro.
the mess. It adds weight to the scene or to the
It
composition.
does. Because look at his expression
Yeah.
as well.
I don't think
For
it would have
me-
hit if it was like clean and organized.
Nah, it wouldn't. Because it's also kind of like what's up in his head.
Yes.
And he's like, his brain's probably thinking about all these things, so he doesn't really give a shit about what's going on right now.
It's a whole bunch of things going on in his mind.
Yeah. Bro, and I like what he says to him. He's like, I'm taking care of this many buildings. I do this all by myself, and you get all the money. So what do you want from me?
Bruh.
Like, and he's like, he's not saying that to ask for more money. He's kind of saying that like, this is what it is. I don't give two shits about anything else, bro.
He doesn't even care about that lady.
And it's funny when he's like, are you going to apologize? And he's like, for what?
Genuinely,
then-
my man did nothing wrong.
He genuinely did nothing wrong. And then he leaves, rightfully so. And I think, is it then when he gets the phone call?
I think he gets it in the car. Isn't it in the car? No.
Oh, wait, I think after this, it's like he goes to a bar.
And he fights somebody.
Yeah. And like at first it's like he's just there minding his damn business. Bro is just there drinking beer, minding his damn business. And this is one when I knew something was different. Yeah. Bro, I love the directing in this film.
Yeah.
Reason being is that they are not afraid to hold on the awkward moments.
Yes! They linger
They-
to the point where you're like, oh, can we leave now? Can we?
Bro,
And it's like, nah, you're gonna watch this.
it's like you are here with us. There's this moment where this girl, he's at the bar, like waiting for a drink. This girl looks at him. At first, I didn't notice it at first, right? He looks at him. Okay, it's like, okay, notice, gets her beer, right? And then, you see, she turns around, sees him, and then basically does the whole, oh no,
sorry,
my beer on you. Sorry,
now we have to
hi."
talk.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, in a bar setting, that's actually kind of she's smart. I'm not gonna lie. That's a
Yeah.
smart way of like getting a conversation with a guy that you find is hard. Like, oh no, now we gotta like clean you up, make sure everything is good. Like, are you okay?
And then we exchange numbers. Oh, no,
Yeah.
oh, hey, we can, yeah.
Yeah. But bro, he has none of that.
Genuinely doesn't care.
Like, we've got the scene here. She's got like the drink, the napkins trying to clean up. Bro does not care. I think she introduces herself.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, yeah, my name's Lee. And then nothing. Gives her absolutely nothing to go off.
Bruh. And the crazy
You just-
thing is, not even the crazy thing. It's nice that he doesn't say, I don't want you. He doesn't push her
doesn't.
away.
Yeah,
He just gives her nothing to work with.
yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like this feeling of emptiness is sprinkled throughout his interactions with people.
Yeah, bro, look at this moment. This is just when he says his name. This is the person that just introduced himself to a hot lady. And look at his demeanor, and then look at her reaction. It's like, wait, what?
What's wrong with this man? Okay.
Like,
Also,
just introduced
unrelated, but he kind of looks like Ryan Gosling in this frame. I'm sorry.
Actually does. Yeah, he kind of does. Which is why I feel like he had the attractive male stereotype, but also look at his eyes, bro.
Oh, those eyes are empty.
Yeah, there's
Those are eyes
nothing
of
there.
those are eyes of a man who has no fucks inside and outside.
Zero. Like none of the fucks are there. Like he went to fuck central and they were empty. There was like a wholesale.
And he was like, I'm gonna leave, and I also don't care. And he doesn't even move away, bruh. He chills there after the awkwardness.
Bro,
He's
just
technically he's not awkward. He just doesn't care. It's the moment that is awkward. He's like, lady, I
Just genuinely don't
don't
care.
care.
Bro, and that's why I think this film is like very character driven. Like it rests on the character's shoulders. And without the character like doing a good job, and like, because I didn't see Casey Affleck, I saw Joel, and I saw this film was very personal, and that's why I was like, part of me felt like very bad about watching it, because I'm like, this is someone's very personal story, and I feel like I should not be watching this. I should not be in this person's life like this.
And it almost feels like, yeah, what's the word? It feels like I understand the pain, but there's no way I could understand that pain.
Zero.
Yes.
Like I get it.
I
but
get
don't.
it, but honestly, only a person who has experienced this would understand this.
Bro,
and I
don't
think
know why. Yeah.
that's
I
what
think
that's what
fathers should
feels.
watch this film.
Huh?
I think fathers should watch this film. Like all fathers everywhere.
Oh, they will be heartbroken.
Fathers everywhere need to watch this film. If you are balding, this is the film
Watch
for
this
you.
film. Oh, bro, that song, bro, it rings up. Also, I wanted to say something about the phone call, and
Yeah.
honestly, about the whole film. I love how the writing respects the audience enough to figure things out.
I love that you brought that up, because the writing in here is beautiful.
Ah,
Beautiful. Because even like the writing in the characters, because it's very character driven, but also it doesn't treat us as the audience as idiots. We're not kids. We're not babies.
we're not. On that note, this is also a very mature film, so it calls for a very mature script. You can't
Yeah,
be
it
like,
does.
oh no, my brother died who I love very much. What I'm gonna do now? No.
Bro, and like it's because his brother dies and he gets to the hospital, right? And I think one of the first, not the very first thing, is like one of the first things he asks is like, where's Doctor? I forgot the name of the doctor.
Yeah.
And like, because he asked like the doctor that they work with, because like you're getting tidbits and like just looking at his face, and he said, I think he says it bluntly. He's like, is he dead? I'm like, bro, and they break it to him. So like, okay, his brother's died, sure, and he's like, would you like to see him? And then he's like, all right, cool, we're gonna go see the brother, and we can see the other dude that's there. Like he doesn't know how to console.
Yeah.
And it's very weird because from the get-go, it looks like that guy is more hurt and more shaken up than he is.
Yeah, he's more shaken up by Joe's death than he is.
Yeah, but you can also see it. But then for me, I'm watching it, I'm like, is this dude that dead inside?
Yeah. And it's also a case of, as you're saying, like, they don't know how to deal with grief. So they're keeping
Yes.
things at an arm's length. It's always like, hey man, whatever you need, I can. They show their care by not talking, but like, I'm gonna get shit done. Whatever you need, I'm gonna call the car. You want me to call the funeral? I'll call the funeral guys.
Yeah.
You want to see the body? It's done there. But everything is just, it's so distant because
Yeah. I feel like the characters themselves, in a way, are distant towards Lee.
yeah,
Like something's up with Lee that happened in their past, and they're all like, we're walking around eggshells here because we don't.
yes,
know. It really feels like we don't know we don't know how this guy's gonna react. We just don't know. He feels very loose cannon, but not loose cannon in the sense that they just don't know him.
yes, because he after the incident he basically shut off. So now they're walking on eggshells, but also they don't want to. It's a thing of they don't want him to think they pity him.
Yes.
Yeah, because he doesn't want that.
And you can see he doesn't want it. And the writing doesn't tell us that, which I love.
No.
Bro, very classical. Show, don't tell. Any like filmmakers out there, show, don't tell. And your
and the
audience
nice thing,
is smarter than you think.
The nice thing about this is that when we get information, it's not like the directing is not. It doesn't call attention to the information. It's like we're just gonna give you the information. You're gonna get it along the way, and when you do, it's all except for the incident. Nothing else is extravagant or very punchy. The film is not punchy. The film is laid back. Yeah.
Bro, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no exposition.
No.
Like there isn't a point in time where someone like just tells you, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened. You just you figure it, or you pick it up as you watch.
Yes.
You pick it up. And that's the thing, like even then, I remember one of those things like, no, I'll tell Patrick. Patrick is the son, because he doesn't want people to. I'll go to school, and even like when he's calling the school, that's just such a regular conversation. When he's talking to the principal and like the phone keeps breaking up, and it's like this guy, his brother just died,
and in the school,
his brother's dead.
The hockey coach. When the kid says that's Lee Chandler, and he goes, the Lee Chandler, and we're like, who the fuck is Lee Chandler? Tell us now.
What did he do?
And the filmmaker's like,
this
don't
man
worry,
do?
you will. I will give you the information. Just hang on with me for a second. But also, sometimes the writing would be empty before the big reveal. So the filmmaker is like, something is going to happen. But in the meantime, nothing interesting is happening. And that's how you fall into the trap of just having freaking exposition after exposition. But if something is happening with the character while we're waiting for the big reveal, then it's worth it. So it's classic, if even in a thriller film where the surprise ending, the surprise twist is like, it was the father all the time. It doesn't come out of nowhere. There had been little bits that have been sprinkled all over. And also, it's good for us to go, what did Lee do? What did
Because this whole time we're like, what did he do? But I think what I like about it, we don't stay on that.
No, we don't. Because there's something urgent right now about the kid.
There's a funeral. Like, the character's trying to figure something out, and we, with the character, we're rooting for him. But then every now and then we get sprinkles of, wait, what did you do though? But then it's like, okay, we gotta figure this out. Okay, what's the next step? Because it's like everything's like, okay, this thing is happening now. We gotta figure it out now. And even when he has the conversation with like with the nephew, us the audience, we're not privy to that conversation.
No,
it's not for us. It's literally a conversation between him and the nephew. And then the coach joins in because he's the like authority figure there. But us as the people watching, that conversation is not for us.
It's very the direction there is very interesting because it's also like what the director wants to show and when. Because in the scene, this scene is about telling us that this guy did something. Sorry, I think it might be one of the first scenes where we're like, the Lee Chandler. So now the question is raised: what do they mean, the Lee Chandler?
The Lee Chandler. Yeah.
It's almost like the director has. It's like, I have a gift for you, but there is an actual gift inside that you're not aware of. You think I'm giving you this, but actually I'm giving you this. That right there is a sign of great writing, great storytelling.
Also, another thing we don't speak about, like in terms of how the direction goes, like they use a lot of flashbacks, and I think the way they use them is also very good.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful, because we literally, it's like, I think it's something you mentioned earlier, where it's like, instead of giving us nothing before the reveal, there's something happening. Right, and the characters experience. So they're giving us, for example, in some of the stuff, we're learning about his brother's was it a heart condition, as his like also trying to navigate, okay, let me go find the nephew, or like he's learning about these tidbits, and then we also find out, oh, he's got a wife. The family jokes about these types of things. Oh, the wife doesn't take these things. We learn these tidbits. We're not just sitting there waiting for something. We are learning stuff about the character, about the dynamic, as we're waiting for more information. So we're not just there like getting bored, twiddling our thumbs.
Bruh. This reminds me of Fast and Furious 8. Oh my god, that
Why?
movie. I'm gonna tell you. I know you were gonna ask. I'll ask. The reason I'm telling you this is because, bruh, I'm not even kidding. The first act of Fast and Furious 8 is just them giving us information to the point where your brain does no work, none whatsoever. You're just sitting there being. You know how people say don't spoon feed the audience information?
Yeah,
that's what they did. The whole first act.
This is them telling us. Yeah,
this is Dom's sister. Oh no, they had a mission. Oh no, they did this. The whole time you just nothing else is happening besides getting information. There's no event.
You're just sitting there.
You're just sitting there. And that's a sign of not only weak writing, not only bad writing, but also weak writing. Because if you're strong enough to trust that your audience will be entertained by this thing, then I can withhold certain information. But if you do not have strong enough event currently, if you withhold information, it's gonna be what? People sitting down waiting for the second act to start. We can't watch that. So we're just gonna give them information for 20 to 25 minutes until eventually something explosion.
That's
and fast cars
overuse
happens.
of exposition. Yeah.
Overuse.
And I want to apologize to all the Fast and Furious fans over there. Please don't kill us.
Man, look, I love Fast and Furious, but Fast and Furious 8 specifically, the first act, all exposition. Who made Fast and Furious 8? I'm sorry. Dominic Toretto, did you make Fast and Furious 8?
You just call him Dominic Toretto.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bruh. No, but like, I agree with you. I think it goes back to the whole show, don't tell thing. But also, like, the audience is not dumb.
Yes. Second story has a word, headrick, they're not slow.
Yes. A lot of people fall into the thing of, well, how will the audience know? Well, how will the audience know if this is happening? Well, how will the bro? You show them, you feed them, you give them breadcrumbs. I feel like people love figuring things out. Just give them breadcrumbs, especially if it's interesting, and then we'll do the detective work while you're showing us like interesting stuff.
And we love doing the detective work as part of the movie watching experience.
It actually makes it fun.
Yes,
it actually makes it fun. And it's like it's not even just for like dramas or suspense or like any genre. If you like if you spoon feed someone something, it's like, well, okay, that's just meh.
Yeah,
I already know what it's gonna taste like.
Yeah,
you know?
So what's the point?
But yeah, dude, like
also in the area of flashbacks, the nice thing, this is a testament to the editing of the film. Beautifully edited. When there's a flashback, we don't know that there's a flashback.
We don't. And it takes you a while
somehow,
to pick it up.
We figure it out.
Yeah.
There's no or like changing color grading or changing aspect ratio. No, it's just cut. And you see Lee talking with the kids, and you're like, oh, hold on, wait, what?
Wait, what?
And then you're like, oh, this is the past. And one of the great, this is awesome. One of the great tools they use actually for flashback is how they use Joe. Because we know if Joe's alive, it's in the past.
It's a flashback. Yeah.
If Joe's alive, if Joe is here, it's the past. If Joe is here, it's the past. Until they do that once, and we're like, oh, okay, this is the past. We get it. So it's like the writer uses the story elements, uses the characters not just as people, but to actually drive the story. As you're saying, it's character driven.
Yes.
So the characters, they carry the narrative as opposed to just be pawns, as opposed to just existing there. They also
100%.
contribute to moving the story.
And I think they do this from the beginning, from the opening scene, because like I mentioned earlier, like in the beginning, Joe is literally in the background, covered in like a dark shadow.
Yes.
That's some foreshadowing right there, because that's the first time we sort of maybe introduced to Joe. We don't even he's like my dad, but we don't actually see him. And that's and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't really get another like prominent flashback until we learn he's dead.
Yes.
And only then do we actually meet him, see his face, see how they interact. And bro, that's brilliant foreshadowing right there.
Beautiful.
Bro, but then I think the whole, like, when he's planning, like for the I think Patrick is hilarious, I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, he's a G, bruh.
I love Patrick, bro.
Patrick is a G.
Bro, man is like, all right, can I bring my friends over? And he doesn't know what, 16?
15 or 16, yeah.
15, 16, already like bringing a girl over, wanting to sleep, getting the girl to sleep
He
over.
got 2 ladies, bruh. Patrick is a
Bro, not my man Patrick asking, hey, if the parents call, just say that you slept in the bedroom downstairs.
G. Bruh.
I was like,
and Lee's like, I'm not supposed to give you the talk.
No, he's like, is this the part where I told you to use a condom or something?
Bruh. And it's
It
like,
was
bruh.
so dry. He's like, Patrick, like, bro, what? No, we've already had the talk. Bro, that thing was just hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
There's also the moment where Patrick freaks out and the guy's like, well, don't freak out with the door closed. Like, that's your worry, my guy? You're gonna break the door and be like,
Again,
you wanna
freaking out
take
is not with the door closed.
you want me to take you to the hospital?
Bro, I love that scene though. I'm not like, unironically, I love that scene because it was in a way, like, he's dealing with something, right? He's got some dark demons. Lee's got some dark demons, right? And when his brother was diagnosed with something, that obviously his family was like, okay, crap, how do we deal with this? Yes. And now, in his brain, clearly he doesn't know what's going on with Patrick, and he's like, I don't want this to be happening behind closed doors. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to care, and like, well, not know how to care. I don't know how to like take care of you or do anything. But obviously, like, he doesn't know what to do, but he wants to be there to make sure if anything happens. Yeah, it's like, if you're gonna have a panic, don't panic with the door closed. I'm gonna kick it down. I'm gonna sit right here. Like, he literally says, I'm not gonna bother you. I'm just gonna sit right here.
Yeah.
So you do whatever. And I'm like, you know what? As a guy, like, think about it. As men, you know the classic thing, if you date a girl and a girl's going through something, the typical guy thing is like, well, did you eat?
Yeah, well,
did you drink
I have
water?
a headache. Well, did you take the pills? Nigga,
Like, you just drink, like, that, bro. Men, as one, we're so simple-minded.
So solution-based?
So, bro.
Like, yeah, I get there's feelings involved, but what's the solution?
What's the solution? So,
give me a physical thing I can do right now.
At this point, like, he doesn't know how to take care of it, but like, let me just be there. I'll just sit here in case I need to take your ass to the hospital.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna sit here, and that's a solution to the problem, and he does that. Bro,
also, this movie is so beautiful. There's a moment, you know how Patrick is like, I don't want my dad to be frozen until the funeral.
Yes.
The nice thing about that, okay, not the freezing. Let me cook. Then when he finds out that he's gonna be frozen, he's like unhappy about it, but he only freaks out when he opens the fridge and he sees frozen foods.
Yes, and you can't, like, when they fall out. That's when he gets like mini panic attack.
And to me, there's a bruh. It's so insane when I see writing tools being used, and you're like, it's so simple. There's a thing, you know, writing teachers, whatever they would say is like, if something happens to a character, delay the reaction. Don't let them react now, but let them linger in the thing, and then give them another thing to react to. But then we, as the audience, know that no, actually, they are reacting to that. Very simple. A character will have a breakup and then be mad at the chicken and be like, okay, clearly it's not about the chicken.
It's not about the chicken. Yeah.
So it happens here beautifully. It's a very, very cliche tool, but it works all the time. And here it's used beautifully. Because he goes to the kitchen and opens the fridge and sees some frozen things, and immediately reminded of his dad being frozen, and he freaks out, and we're like, so he was acting all tough, but the kid is hurt.
Yeah, no, the kid is going through it.
Yeah. But also, he's not only reacted to being frozen. Maybe he's also reacting to his father passing away, but they don't tell us that. We figure it out. So when we're like, the kid is going through it.
That's one of the beautiful writing as well, bro. Like, just they show us what's going on,
bruh.
and we they allow us. That's one thing that I'm just happy about. They allow us to like figure things out ourselves. And again, bro, that song, no. Going back to like how one track minded is. Remember when the girl slept over in the morning? The only thing that Lee is doing is just trying to figure out, okay, well, where's the funeral parlor? Like, how do I, who do I call? Like, what's the next step? Like, he's trying to like just get it done. And you've got the girl that slept over is like, can you do this somewhere else? We're trying to eat. And she kind of like upset. But then what I like is that Patrick doesn't mind this.
He doesn't mind.
And Patrick understands that this is like the family dynamic, and it's only people who are from the outside that don't understand the family dynamic and don't understand that this is like these families they don't mince things. They don't think that if this is what's going on, we're gonna deal with this.
Even the previous nights when he was like, I don't think we should be talking about Star Trek right now. And it's like, everyone was laughing, lady. Star Trek is cool. What's the problem?
We're gonna talk about Star Trek. We're gonna talk about Star Trek.
Yeah.
Which is like. Even like back when we first found out that Joel, the brother, had a heart condition. Yeah. Like I remember Lee made a joke and then Joel continued on the joke. But then Lee's wife, Randy, was like, it's not funny. Like I'm gonna go home. Like no, screw this. I'm going home. It's not funny. And the guys just kept like,
come on, hey. Come on. That's how we deal with things, man.
Yeah, bro, and it's but then, like, I'm not gonna lie. When we first started seeing Randy, I'm like, okay, cool. This man had a wife. What happened to it? What happened to her?
Bruh.
Bro, I think when we start getting the reveal of that, I think I'm gonna go to the scene right here.
Which scene?
When
heartbreak.
So, for context, in this scene, they have to go to the lawyer's office to get the will, to read the will and stuff like that. Yes. So Lee's going with Patrick, right? And Patrick's like, do I have to be there? And Lee's like, you should be there, but you don't have to be there, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, and then the lawyer's just telling him things, and he's looking at the papers, and you see confusion in his face. But the thing is, the whole time that's happening, we're intercutting between that and this scene.
Yeah. And we're wondering, where is this going?
At first, I'm also like confused. Like, wait, why are we cutting between that and the scene? The whole time, I'm like, wait, what? So in that scene, it's like he's finding out that because I think in his brain he thought like maybe his uncles or someone else would be like the person that's the new what's the word? Parent? Not the new parent.
Guardian.
New guardian. Yeah, the new guardian to Patrick.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, your dad left you everything, the boat, the house, and everything. But that's what he's thinking. But now he finds out that he is actually the one that's the guardian. He's the one that has to be in charge of Patrick, be in charge of the finances, the house.
Yes.
He, like his brother had like left aside money for him to move from Boston into Manchester, like leave his life and actually like come and take. And like he's telling the lawyer like his brother never talked to me about this. And the lawyer's like confused, like, well, I thought he did. It's like, yeah, because if he did, he knows I would have said no.
Yes.
And this point, we're also like wondering, like, why would you say no to this?
Yeah, the lawyer's like, it was your brother and it's your nephew, so pretty common to take care of your brother. I don't know why you're saying no to this.
Yeah, but this whole time we're cutting back to this scene of him just getting plastered drunk with his friends. So now I'm like, where is this going? But I'm interested though.
Yes. And that's the beauty of the editing on the film, because it would have been cheesy if they first played the scene, if they first played the interaction with the lawyer, and then they played the incident. It wouldn't have hit as much, because I think the reason why they intercut was, as you're saying, when the lawyer says, you will take care of Patrick. Basically, in Lee's mind, he's like, I can't be a father. And then that's where we cut to the incident.
Yes.
So it's not only for the picture. It's not only for merely exposition to telling us what happened. It's also us getting into the head of this character. The editor is suddenly telling us this is why he's saying no.
But what I like, what's beautiful about this, and it's literally before, like one of the flashbacks, not before this one directly, but before this, when they went fishing in the boat. One of the flashback scenes, and then he comes back home, right? He comes back home, and the wife is sick, and we see that he's got a daughter. Oh, he's got a daughter. The daughter's out there just chilling, playing with stuff. It's like, okay, so he's got a kid, right?
Yes.
We saw first one, he's got a kid, and then he goes in the bedroom, and then there's another daughter here.
There's another.
So man's got 2 kids, and then like gives her a hug.
The wife's like, don't pick her up. He's gonna cry.
Yeah, with the little baby, he's like, no, I can handle kids.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, okay, so he picks the little kid up. The kid doesn't cry, and we see, he's actually like, he's got some fatherly instincts.
Yeah.
Like, he drank a bit of beer when he was out fishing, but he didn't drink a lot.
Yes.
And he knows how to handle his kids, and he knows how to be a good father. So we're like, okay, so he's got a family. But that also gets me thinking, okay, well, where are they? Did Randy divorce them and like leave? Like, what happened?
Yes,
right?
That's the only thing that's on our mind. Something happened. They had a fight, and she left with the kids. That's what we all have. And we're like,
at that point.
Yes.
And then which makes this scene now even more impactful, because it's like, okay, why does he think he can't be a father? It's because he did something. Did he cheat? And then that's why he left with the kids.
Yeah. It's because of the alcohol. Because they also hinted on him being an alcoholic before.
Yes. Yeah. Before. Yeah. So it also hints on that, and we see the scene. Like, so the lawyer's telling him, like, the lawyer goes back to this, like, well, I'm perplexed. Like, again, because it's your brother, it's your nephew. I don't know what to say. And we keep cutting back to the scene, bro. And then
it's the build-up.
It's the build-up, and it slowly builds up, and then because we get the wife gets in. Also, like, okay, the wife is still here in the scene. So I'm thinking maybe this is where the wife, like, no, I've had it with you, and you're drinking and everything. That's what I'm thinking,
He's
bro.
like, okay.
Sick of this. Bro, and she's like, it's 2 a.m. You guys are making noise, the kids are sleeping. Get everybody at my house.
Yes.
Right? And she says this twice, because like at the first time, he's like, no, I'll do it. And then he's like, you can't let her speak to us that way. You know, and then the whole drunk way, the whole laugh. And she comes back and she's like, I'm serious. I'm not playing, get these people out of my house. And then we cut back to him. This is him reading the document that says he's in charge and he's the sole guardian. So we're cutting back from his wife saying, get these people out of my house, to him going back and reading the letter. And you can see he's like, no.
Bruh. And maybe in his head, he was like, if only I had listened the first time.
Yeah.
And in his mind, he's like, yes, he's like, no, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. But also he's like, I shouldn't be the person who's to be trusted with this kid, because...
Yeah, because he also asked about the uncles, his uncle that's in Minnesota or something, and they're like, they're too far. And then the lawyer brings up the mother. This is a very interesting piece. We'll get to it later. The lawyer brings up the mother, and he's like, no, we can't have that. He shuts that down. So immediately, and like we see, he does have some priority. He does want what's best for the kid, because at this point we know the mother. It's a bit shaky there.
Yes.
So he wants what's best, but he also thinks he's not the one that's best. So it's not like, at this point, it's not like he just wants to like offload the kid, doesn't want the responsibility. He does want like the best scenario for the kid. He just thinks he's not the best scenario. But he also knows that from his memory and from what he knows, the ex-wife is also even far worse.
Oh, yeah. Like, I know I'm messed up.
Yeah.
But she's messed up too, so we gotta have plan C. Because those two are not working.
And then after that, we then cut to him at the bottle store. So this is where I was confused. I'm like, okay, is this a different flashback? Because we saw the guys packing up, leaving, and him telling all the boys to look at Jupiter, the Jupiter star, and whatever.
Yes.
Right?
Can you see it? Yeah.
Can you see it? So we see them like leaving, And then this is the next scene we cut to. So I'm thinking, is this like the next day or something? But bro, this is when it happened to me. This is when I'm like, okay, what's up? What's going on here? You know, because this is next. This is next. Let me try to find the scene. Because
so
this is when
wrenching,
bro. Because he's walking back to the house, and I'm thinking to myself,
for me, it's the walk that got me. The walk was like, cause I'm like, yes, this is a dramatic film, but there is that element of suspense. So I'm thinking, this is a thing I have with films sometimes. When I'm watching, I do very little, like, I'm gonna say, speculation. But my speculative brain shuts down, and I'm just there like, what's going on? So while I was watching it, I was like, why are we just recording this man's journey to the store? Like,
yes, that's what I had questions too.
Yeah, like, what's going on? I didn't have an assumption, but I was like, genuinely, what's going on?
That's the thing,
somebody
bro.
gonna jump out of the bushes and stab the man? But no, he's alive. So,
bro, that's the thing. Like, that's why it was so impactful, because it's like they don't give you, like, you know how they give you breadcrumbs here and there. With this scene, they don't give you anything. It's like, bro is just walking back from the store.
Yes,
and you're like, why? Like, look at this. Like, why?
Just a shot of a man walking.
It's nothing interesting. It's like, is he going to get mugged?
Bruh.
And he's just walking, like, normally walking. And I think there's a point where he tries to get something, and like he slips in the snow, and then he gets up, carries on walking. He's just walking. It's just him walking. And then we just, you know how before this we're intercutting between him and the lawyers and him, like, with the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he begins the journey walking, we stay there.
Yes, because now it's like, it's serious.
Yeah. And
there's little intercutting because
like, we cut, like, I think the only cut we have, there's like one cut, and I think this is the one that got me when I was like, okay, wait, whoa, what's happening? Because the scene got brighter. Let me try to find this. Because before it was like a bit dark, and then this is like the last intercut we get, where he literally turns his head and looks outside the window.
Oh, yeah.
He slowly turns his head and looks outside the window. And then the next one, we go back and look at, like, this, it's a bit warm. And then he walks out, and you see the walk is slow, and he stops. And then we just see this. The cut, the smash cut to the burning building. Usually, filmmakers would have him, like, have the character, have a close-up of him looking away off camera, and then we see the thing. But notice here, we just went from Lee to the house. There's no need for you to show us that this is what he's seeing, because that's how impactful it's going to be. It is. Yeah.
It's just hit us. Bam! House is on fire. We know all the stakes.
But this one, bro, this one is tough, because I'm like, whoa. Because the first thing we get is house on fire, firemen. In my brain, I'm like, where are the kids? Where's the wife? Where are they? Show me them right now. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Where are they? Where are they, bro? I'm like, and then they zoom out, and then we see the fire truck, and then we see the mom, and then we see the wife. She's like, no, they're in there, and I'm like, bro.
Bruh.
That's when I stopped. I'm like, nah.
That's where you stopped?
Nah. Bro, because I'm like, I don't want to see them. Because, you know, in like typical films, they like would typically like show you like the dead bodies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is not where I stopped. I think I stopped. I watched the scene, but I'm like watching the scene like, what is going on, right? I paused, but no. Let me continue. I think it was the part where we're going through the crowd, right? We're seeing everybody, right? And then we see him just standing there at the back. He's just standing there back. And then what he's thinking is what I'm thinking.
Where are the kids?
Where are the kids? And that just kept ringing in my head. Where are the kids?
For me, it's when they come out with the two body bags.
That's when I stopped and I'm taking a break for the day. Because this whole time I'm like watching, and I'm like, please tell me something. Please tell me something happened. Please, please. And I think this next scene is like the wife being like put into like the ambulance, and like the little thingy, because they have to lift her up. It wasn't working, right?
Yes.
And they just kept trying to do that. Fun fact, I actually found out about this. Fun fact, that wasn't scripted.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that was like the thing just genuinely wasn't working.
It added a little bit of texture to the scene.
It did. No,
I'm glad they kept rolling.
What it did for me is it just made it too real.
Yes.
It stripped off all like the cinematic, like we are staging these things. Like no, sometimes these things just don't happen.
Bruh, like this lady's crying and this freaking paramedics can't even figure out a thing. Hey, man, I just lost my kids.
And the thing is, he's trying to touch her, and she's like, no, don't touch me. And you can see in her body language, she does not want him touching her. And we're like, whoa, what in tarnation? I've never said that phrase in my life, but bro. And
bruh, the following scene where he's describing the events to the policeman.
No. See, for me, I didn't even get there. Like when they brought out the body bags. That's when I'm like, all right, my Monday is done. I will see you on Tuesday morning. I'm stopping right here. Thank you very much.
Damn.
I'm like, I'm gonna go do some push-ups. I'm
kiss the roses. Look at the bees.
I literally bought a plant like the other day. I'm like, I mean, just water my plants. I'm not doing this today.
Bro, no. For me, it's when they pick up the bag. That's when it hit me. That's when it hit me, bro. When he picked up the bag, and I was like, Lord, and he was just with his kids, just
with them, and then you see his brother there holding him. That for me, I was like, I'm good,
bruh.
I am good. I'm gonna take a break.
The police station scene.
Yeah.
Bruv.
But wait, before you get to police station scene, that first scene where the police are like questioning him, we actually don't really quite hear what they're saying.
Yeah. Because we're still reacting to the event.
I was thinking, for me, that was fun because I'm still reacting to it. I'm still like, what?
And the music is hitting.
Yeah. Bruh. I remember when I got back to it, I started like just a bit on that scene. And then after that part, we cut back to him in the lawyer's office. And I'm like, wait, this is what's going through this guy's head as he's finding out he has to now take care of another kid. Right. That's when it made sense to me because he's literally his brother saying, you have to take care of my kid now. And this whole time he was thinking about how he lost all of his kids in one night. Then it all made sense. Then it all made sense when people were like, oh, so that's Joel. I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah. It's like Lee Chandler and people blame Lee
Chandler. I mean, that's Lee Chandler, yeah. But here's the thing. It's only like halfway through the film.
Yes.
This is like halfway through the film, bro. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And then I think when did the police station scene come? Was it like after this? That's where the manly tears came, bro.
Bruh.
I don't know what he's gonna say. I don't know. I'm trying to think like what happened. Like how did this fire go up? And then he starts off with the point of like, okay, so it's that same night. And then he just volunteers that they were drinking and then there was cocaine. And the other cop's like, wait, cocaine? It's like, did you just say there was cocaine?
Bruh.
And you could see it in, like, as he's telling the story. Bro, he's given up.
And he's ready for whatever they're gonna do to him.
He's not just ready. He wants to be held accountable.
He wants to.
He's got nothing. He wants to be held accountable for this. And he just goes in and accounts everything in detail.
Bruh.
And going to the store and how he thought on his way to the store, like, and the thing is, like, he had good intentions.
Yeah.
He had good intentions. Like, his wife had a cider, so he wanted to keep the house warm. It's winter, so he added more wood to the fire before he left. But then he didn't put up a screen to protect.
Because I'm like, I'm going to the store. I'll be right back.
You know.
Bruh.
And he's like, he thought about this on the way, but it's like, it'll be fine. And he had that, and now he's facing the consequences of, well, the worst did happen.
And the worst.
The worst, bro. And what is heartbreaking is that when the cops were like, we can't, it's a mistake. People make mistakes all the time. We can't arrest you for
a mistake.
No, he's like, we can't arrest you for forgetting to put on the screen.
And Lee's like, bro, it's not about the screen.
They died.
People died. My kids. You're just gonna. You're like,
bro. And I think when we got out, and then he's walking out, and I'm like, okay, he has to deal with this. He now has to deal with the consequences. But then he sees this one cop, right, with the gun, and he reaches for it. Bro, that moment was so real.
Did you see the detail I love is when he trying to turn off the safety, because it's like, and he went back and turned off the safety, and that's where they got him.
Yeah, because first he didn't even try. He first thought, take it, cock it, try to shoot, no hesitation.
Safety on. All. Let me remove the safety.
Let me remove the safety, and that's when they jumped him. Bro,
it's like he genuinely, because like. Why are you letting me walk out? If you letting me walk out, I'm gonna punish myself, because you clearly don't want to punish me.
Like, if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it myself. That's the thing. Bro,
so real, bro.
And that's when this man is empty.
Nah, he has nothing.
And he's lost everything. And that to me was like, okay, cool. I am a grown man. But this one right here, I feel it.
Where?
No, like when that, because I was like, he just wanted this one thing. He wanted to like make it go away.
Oh yeah.
And it's like in life, sometimes you don't get to You
don't get to get out.
You don't get to get out. But I think the thing is like he wanted to be held.
There's something he says. What does he say during the moment? He says something. Mm-hmm. Oh, he says please. That's what because I remember in the comments everyone was like, that please said it all.
Yeah.
He just said please. Bro, it's so heartbreaking.
It is.
A man begging to die. He's like, please let me
die.
Bro, at that moment right there I was like, and his pops are still alive there. And they're all looking like, man, what are we even gonna do with this guy?
Right? And I think that's what it made sense for me. Then from that scene, it made sense everything in the beginning. Like, okay, so that's why he moved away. That's why he doesn't mind just being a handyman. That's why he just doesn't mind living in a one-room place. That's why he just doesn't want interaction with other people. Everything just made sense at that moment in time. But then again, my guy, it is only 1 hour into this 2-hour film.
But also that event carries the rest of the film.
It does. Because now it's like, usually the reason why I bring up it's only 1 hour, because usually like this would be like maybe a climax scene, and then we get shown like, oh, maybe people forgive him and blah blah blah, with the ends or happy ever after. No. Here I feel like we've got a nice introduction. Let's begin the story.
Yeah.
I feel like
now we see. Technically, the event is where the story starts.
It is. And
but it's like, placed in the mid.
What? And again, that's just brilliant writing and brilliant directing, bro. The fact that the midpoint we can like move on as the audience. We have the backstory. We've got the content. We're now seeing, okay, how are we moving forward? Right? We're not just gonna cut. We'll be forgive them. They have a happy ending. Blah 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 blah. No, there's still a funeral to go to. What's going on with the mom, right? We still have all these questions. Because like that's one thing I hate about films, right? Something happens and then it's like we have to sort of figure out, oh, it's gonna be like a happy ever after, like, oh, they hugged, they kissed, and made up, blah blah blah. Now we're gonna go through this. We're gonna figure out what's happening, right?
And what's happening is not pretty.
It's not.
Like sometimes you're like, this movie didn't try to give you hope. It was like, this is a guy, this is what happened to him.
But the other moment to me and I'm pretty sure for you too. I'm 100% positive of this. There's probably for me there's like the last key moment, when he bumps in to his ex-wife.
I mean,
Like
that's
okay, like the ex-wife came to like they had like a service or whatever. Like the ex-wife was there with
when he met the current husband.
husband with I think was a kid there. I don't think the kid was there. Met the current husband and like yeah, they hugged and it was like, it was a service, and then they bumped into each other afterwards. Bro, I don't even know.
That's a beautiful scene, bro.
I don't have words, bro.
And you can see, you know what I like about the scene, about the whole movie, but that's, again, this is some grown man shit right there. In this,
Bro,
it's things that I could never comprehend. I can only watch from a distance, but you can see that this is an adult conversation where it's like, bruh, I hated you for so long, and I'm sorry for that. And Lee's like, there's no need for you to stop hating me, because you're right.
Bro.
And she's like, no, it was not okay for me.
it's not okay. Yeah.
Bro, imagine. That's something that I could never comprehend. Imagine, obviously, hating a man you loved for holding him accountable for the death of your kids, but then coming to terms with the fact that it was not his fault. And
That's right there.
Bruh.
That right there.
That's grown man shit right there.
That's grown man. That's why I said every bald-headed person needs to watch this film.
Yes.
If your hairline is receding, you need, because as the thing, bro, as guys, a lot of guys, and women say this all the time, a lot of guys are not emotionally, what's the word? What's the term? There's a term.
What term?
I feel like emotionally intelligent is very aggressive and not true, but
Our emotions are dumb.
they always say that we don't know how to express ourselves.
Oh, yeah. There's that in general speaking.
Yeah. Right. But also we hide our emotions and we keep them very deep down. And I feel like watching this scene, if you're a man and you just watch, obviously like anyone can watch this movie, but like I feel like as a person, as a grown man, you need to watch this film, because this scene right here, and there's no way it doesn't evoke any emotions in you.
Bruh, there's
just no way. There's just no way. Because like, if you think about the whole context, at this point you know what happened.
Yes.
You know why he hates himself. You know why she would hate her. You know all of this. But like we get to a point where she's come to terms with that. And she actually realizes that she was wrong.
Bruh!
She realized that she was
wrong. That's the part
wrong.
that breaks my heart.
Bro!
And it's not a stranger. It was your husband.
Your husband.
And even you can see, because she even says I love you. She calls him honey. All the things I said about
all
you.
those emotions are still there,
Bruh, and you're like, yes, she's married and moved on, but this is something that
it's a monumental moment, bro.
It will, because I think also because she hated him for a long time, she also loved him for a long time.
Those emotions are like, they tie together. Because the only reason why she'd hate him for that long is because she loved him.
Yes.
And it's like the person she loved the most.
If it was, I'm speaking in general here, but if it was an accident that had caused by someone else outside, I wouldn't hate that person as much. I would hate the fact that my daughters died, right?
Yes.
But if the person I love was somehow involved, then I will hate that person,
bro,
because of someone I love. So for her,
that relationship was ruined.
Yes, and for her, it was, I hated this guy for so long, and he didn't deserve it. But also, it's not only that. She can clearly see that the man is suffering and is punishing himself, and she's trying to be like, it was not your fault.
And bro, the fact that she broke down,
bruh,
that was an actual breakdown. That was, for me, that was not like I'm acting to. That was she broke down.
Nah, bruh. She's in pain, but it's different kinds of pain that they're experiencing.
Yeah, And he's like, no, it's okay. He's the whole time he's like, no, you're fine, it's okay.
No.
It's,
And then
bro,
he says, "There's nothing." Oh, and when he says
when
that,
he says
bruh,
that,
I wanted to run away.
I'm like, nah. My eyes were wet at this point.
Bruh, like, your apology, save it, please, because it's not doing. You're only hurting yourself if you're trying to apologize, because there's nothing here.
There's just nothing.
You're pouring to a bottomless well. And Lee, but you can also see that he cares enough to not want to see her in pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like at the end, like people like think of us. He's not an asshole.
Yeah.
He's not. He just he's empty. That's all it is.
Yes.
He is just empty.
And he doesn't want people trying to. He doesn't want people wasting their energy trying to fix him. It's not. Yeah. It's not like no. I don't want you to fix me. I'm okay. He's like, you got better things to do than to try to fix this because there's no point. That's what he's saying. You have a new life. You have a new kid. You have a new husband. Focus on those things.
Focus on those things.
Don't, because here you're wasting your time.
Bro, the scene.
And for me, my favorite part about this whole film is that it's absolutely fictional. For me, that's the favorite. I don't know why. The fact that all of these characters are made up just speaks to the brilliance of the people involved.
This film, grown man tears.
Yes.
Actually, that's my final thought. That's my final thought. Grown man tears, man.
Final thoughts.
Yeah.
I am 27 right now. Final thought is, I don't want to go through shit in life, but I hope the shit that I go through can help me make beautiful stories like this.
Bro.
It has to come from somewhere. It has to, what's the word? There has to be a product. I can't just go through shit for shits and giggles. Come on, world. Yes.
Gotta mean something.
Yes, it gotta produce some results. So
yeah.
Lee Chandler is a grown ass man, so he would do some shit.
But like, obviously, in this, when we're talking about it here, it is very spoilery. We just discussed the film, but for those, again, it's from 2016, guys. So hopefully you've seen it.
8 years.
Yeah. But for the next film that we're gonna do, we're gonna be watching. So this is my recommendation. Less on the pulling on heartstrings vibe. We're gonna be watching The Killer.
No manly tears. Well, I mean, I cry on The Killer because it was beautifully shot, but that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, different. So I think you guys, because this is how we talk about it. We just talk about the film, talk about the key moments, the narrative, and how we feel, how we vibe with the film, those types of things. So for the next one, I would suggest you guys go watch it if you haven't seen it, or watch it again, so that when we talk about it, you guys like are in the loop. Send us some comments, whatever you guys want to say. But yeah.
Also specify that it's The Killer by David Fincher, not some movie-ass movies that are out there, because people are gonna be watching and be like, I did not see a gun in that. What are they talking about?
Next week we're doing The Killer, and then the week after that, well, you'll just have to find out, I guess.
Find out next time.
But yeah, I mean, guys, just let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about the film. Let us know your key moments of the film. Like, what did you like about it? Also, give us some suggestions of like other films that you guys would like us to do at later points. But yeah, that's it.
That's it for the Chilli Penguins. We will chill with you next time.
Goodbye.
The last time for the kids out there. All right.
For the kids. All right.